Probably I would say that my planner is like 9 to 10 pages long, depending on the event. Whether it's a ceremony included in the reception or it's just specifically the reception. So I like to find details. I don't want any of these gray areas. So I ask a lot of questions. And to me, it's professional. That's what you should do, is ask questions.
What do you do with the questions? Here we are again at Utah Business Spotlight. My name is Peter Anthony. I'm your host. Subscribe. I'm going to ask you again. Subscribe, like, share, comment. I am here today with Jonathan Marriott. He is a stud. He's doing some really, really cool things with his business. He owns Marriott Entertainment, which is a DJ business, which is super cool in and of itself. You know, I have a 12-year background in DJing. I love DJs. These are my people. But even more cool than that, he also is a game show host, and he brings that to events, makes them an entirely different event, a ton of fun. My friend, and you're going to want to share him too, Jonathan Marriott. Welcome to the show, man.
Good morning. How are you?
Brother, man, it's the fall, it's November, it's my birthday month, I'm getting old.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you, man. It's going to be just a great day. I'm really excited about we did a tremendous amount of research. You and I met online over records. Imagine that.
That's true.
Right?
That's
I collect
true.
records and he collects records. So we became fast friends. And then you were telling me about your DJ business.
Yeah.
We're roughly, we're right in that same genre of age. And you're just killing it, brother.
Thank you.
I mean, what you're bringing to the table to Utah events is just so much fun. It's so different. And if you're building something and you want to be noticed, you have to make it fun. You have to make it memorable. And you're doing that. Even when it comes right down to the red sequin jacket, we love it. It fits the part. So share with me one thing, Jonathan.
Sure.
Well, first and foremost, tell everybody where they can find you. Let's just get that out of the way because everybody's going to want to do business with you.
Well,
where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at MarriottEntertainment.com or GameShowUSA.com, either one.
Okay.
And also I'm based on Facebook and some of the other platforms that you can find me on too underneath either name.
Marriott
Entertainment
or
Game Show USA.
Game Show USA, both .coms.
Yes, .coms.
Perfect, easy, simple, MarriottEntertainment.com. I love it. So share with me, right? So here's the thing that every business owner thinks that the marketplace, that their customers and clients understand their business completely.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 businesses surveyed, if you were to ask them what's the difference between their business and other businesses, 9 out of 10 businesses surveyed will always say, well, the way we care about our customers, customer service, which is interesting because 80% of those businesses will go out of business in the first 5 years. 94% of them will go out of business within 10 years. And the number one reason that clients say they stop using somebody is customer service. So if everybody thinks they have great customer service, it can't be customer service. Customer service to me as an entrepreneur is assumed. Mm-hmm. It's like walking into a pizza parlor and being surprised there's pizza. I assume because it says pizza parlor that there should be pizza. I assume because we have businesses that people should be nice and they should be attentive and they should care about me because I'm the customer. So that's assumed. What else do you bring that doesn't show up in your marketing that you wish did show up in your marketing that people knew about you when you do a party?
I would say probably the biggest thing is that unique is my personality. Besides caring and showing that I care, I love to pay attention to detail. That's one thing that some of my clients say is like, wow, you're so much more detailed oriented than some of the other DJs.
Cool. Give me an example. I love that.
Probably I would say that my planner is like 9 to 10 pages long, depending on the event. Whether it's a ceremony included in the reception or it's just specifically the reception. So I like to find details. I don't want any of these gray areas. So I ask a lot of questions. And to me, it's professional. That's what you should do, is ask questions.
What do
So-
you do with the questions?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
So
explanations
here's
and-
what
yeah.
here's what entrepreneurs do.
Yeah.
You're right. You're saying the details, which is totally true.
Exactly.
But the truth is, it's the result of the details that makes you different.
yeah, it's creating the atmosphere.
And the details help you create atmosphere.
That is true. Getting to know the client.
Getting to know the
ask a lot of questions, backgrounds, where they're from, where they grew up. And
What do you
stuff
do with
like
that information?
It builds the rapport, rapport with them. And I also help use that in actually some of the presentations and the announcements that I make.
Perfect.
Depending on what.
So you're personalizing the presentations and announcements
Yes.
based on the details that you're extrapolating prior to the event.
That's true.
So what makes you different, not is the details are the process, but what makes you different is when you show up to an event and you're integrating the details that you've discovered through your discovery process. Do you also use those details in your playlist?
I do. Details with playlists is very important. I would like to have the client at least give me 20, or so, songs that they would like to hear. I don't ask for too many details on that because I like to make sure I have some room for the guest to make some requests. But it gives me an idea of what they like and their favorite songs that are must plays.
Right, and one of the things that I think is super cool, having been in that space for so long and owned my own entertainment company, I like that your process is so structured in the front and in depth, because the truth is when you're playing to the audience, right? You have an intrinsic thing. You know what the next follow-up song should be, even if it's not on their list.
Exactly. What's
to
going to
keep
flow better.
Yeah, what's going to flow, what's going to keep everybody screaming and dancing and shouting and saying, this is the best party ever.
True.
And sometimes when, I would imagine not all of their top 20 songs end up moving through your speakers.
Well, that's probably true. I always like to let the clients know that, giving me your top 20 songs, so it has some room to grow with other songs that may be best to play with that particular theme of the song.
And the moment of the
moment.
evening,
So,
right?
yeah.
So you can get some songs in, but they might not be dance-oriented songs.
It's true. I always let people know that there's sometimes those cruising songs that may not be appropriate to dance, but also you want to have a level of peak of energy, and you bring it down, give them a little, slow songs, and then you bring it back with energy. So you just kind of keep them on a wave.
Sure.
And
one of the
it's just
things
very entertaining.
we noticed when we were spinning records for so long was the differentiation between what guys are willing to dance to and what women will dance to everything.
Yeah,
that has a beat.
they don't have any.
But getting men on the floor, it has to have, anthems, right?
Yeah, they have to have themes. They have to have something that's going to relate to the gentleman.
And a simple beat.
Yeah, and a simple beat. And sometimes lighting helps. If guys are more visual, so the lighting, dancing with the music actually helps a lot too.
Oh,
So
right on.
I always
cool.
recommend lighting just because it'll help the guys kind of get into the music. It becomes alive, visually, stimulating for the music.
So the lighting helps create the mood in order to drive people to the dance floor, especially especially men, because men become because they don't practice dancing.
True.
They didn't go to dance classes, right? In the most case.
Yeah.
So that leads me to another question then.
Okay.
So who are your favorite types of clients to work with, Jonathan?
Anybody that I've actually talked to, because I know that there's something I can gain and learn from them as a client, but also learning about them. So learning about anybody that is in conversation with me, I like to know more about them. So asking them questions about how I can actually entertain their.
I love that, but that's not the answer to my question.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, sorry.
I know, and it's always a little nerve-wracking when I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
No,
what I'm
you're
trying
good.
to articulate
You're good
really
at
is
editing here.
we have these really, certain types of people are attracted to certain types of people. For me, one of the things that I loved about DJing was I loved the high maintenance brides.
Okay.
Really loved the high maintenance brides because they were going to come to me with a billion different requests, and I was going to supersede their expectation. That was my jam.
Okay.
What's your jam?
My jam is actually working with clients that have a theme or have something that they can work around, an idea.
So you love,
Yeah.
so if you're a bride who has a theme for her wedding, Jonathan's going to be a good match for you simply because most DJs, they think they're the theme.
Yeah, that's
right?
true, which is not true.
It's not true. It's not their
Yeah.
party.
No, we
you know?
project everything on the client so that the client is actually the focus.
The client
That's
becomes
what I
the
try to
focus.
do.
I love
Yeah.
that. So you like themed parties,
I
themed
love
brides.
themed parties. Yeah,
That's
for
cool.
Movie based, done quite a
Oh,
few of those.
movie-based
or
parties.
like Halloween is huge.
Halloween
Christmas.
based parties are cool.
Yeah, but I love movies. People have their favorites. I've done like Batman theme. I've done Jurassic Park theme. I've done Pirates of the Caribbean theme.
Oh, that's a
based.
fun wedding.
Oh
Pirates
yeah,
of the
and they
Caribbean?
dress up. I dress up in the costume that fits that theme. So I kind of
Oh,
so
that's so
that's
clever.
a lot of fun.
I
Yeah.
love that. Pirates of the Caribbean. Think about that for your next wedding. I think it's a cool theme.
Yeah, we look for that music that'll fit those within the songs that are danceable. So it kind of fits and gives you the vibe that
Yeah,
you're looking
man.
for.
Throw a little reggae in
Yeah,
there,
the lighting
right?
helps, and then the background,
But then you do something. You bring
Yeah.
something to the table, which I think leads me to my third question.
Sure.
What are you doing to prepare for the future? Because if it were as simple as just putting together a playlist,
Yeah.
there's lots of ways to get that playlist. You bring the personality, you
Yeah.
bring the details, which I love, right? You dive deep into their experience, and then you help craft and polish an incredible experience for that bride or that group, because you also do, I think you do corporate parties.
I do a lot of
right,
corporate
a lot of
events and
corporate
stuff.
parties. So
That's
if you're having a corporate themed party, that's even better,
Yeah.
right? But then you do something that's your secondary business. That's so cool. I would never have the guts to have done it. I think it's so unique. It is special to you and what you bring to the table. That's the game show.
It's a
Talk to
game
me.
show host, a trivia host. So in the game show and trivia background as a DJ, I find that right when COVID happened, there were so many DJs that were coming out of the woodwork. I mean, a lot of people weren't working. So what else do? You enjoy music to kind of pass that time,
Right.
get through those hardships of when people weren't able to do anything. And so I find that I wanted to do something a little bit more unique. Was to entertain beyond being a DJ and work with themes or with special things that people like to watch on TV.
So you became a TV, a live trivia game show host.
Yeah.
With a TV-like appearance,
Exactly.
to come to my party to make it even more spectacular.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a break from dancing. We're going to ask you 10 really cool questions. Everybody get ready to compete, right? That's
Exactly.
so cool, man.
It's team building, it's family building,
It's
especially
team
when
build. So that works with the corporate. It's family.
yeah,
Yeah.
when a family doesn't know each other, it's a way of getting them to actually compete against each other in a
Cool.
fun family atmosphere, and
Right.
it breaks the ice.
The Hatfields and the McCoys get married, and now we're, instead of guns, we're going after you with trivia.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so smart, man. I love that, Jonathan.
People love trivia these days. so-
Everybody loves trivia. Everybody loves music.
That's right.
You have an incredible smile. You have so much sparkle in your eyes, brother. It's
you.
like, oh my gosh, you just got a great face. I hate you.
Oh.
I have a face for radio, so stop looking at me. It's just great what you're doing. What's your favorite thing about what you do? Before we wrap it up, tell me your favorite thing about. Tell me a quick little story.
Sure.
Somebody's life changed because you did something at a party that wasn't expected. Tell me a quick story.
Sure. Well, I would say probably one of the best stories I have was that I actually DJ'd for a family whose daughter is a professional dancer at BYU. So there was a surprise. You've heard of these flash mobs. Mm-hmm. So I've done a few of those, but this one was particularly special. This was really special. Was that it was a surprise for the groom, for her husband, right after the first dance. So she had her friends that were invited. They were actually part of the bridal party. Mm-hmm. They were professional dancers for BYU on their ballroom team, I believe. Well, he didn't know that there was going to be a flash mob or a dance afterwards. He just knew he was in love with his wife, and that really happy to be there as with family to celebrate that special day between the two of them. That I was actually helped coordinated with that with the music, and helped him with the actual song that would probably work best that they really loved. And then all of a sudden after their first dance, that she broke out and just had the the bridal party come in and join her on the dance floor, all the bridesmaids. And I was amazed at how well that worked out. I have actually a really cool video on that I'd like to share with people.
You know what? We'll
So,
slice in that
yeah.
video. That would be something. What was the song?
You know what? I'm going to have to say I don't remember the song only because I've
Because
done
it
a lot of
doesn't even
events.
matter.
No, it doesn't matter. It was the atmosphere and what it created. It created a happy moment, and people were applauding. And more than most events I've seen, it was amazing how it just felt like a very professional, put together event. That actually was kind of a last minute thing that she
Love
put together,
that,
and
man.
it was just absolutely just
That's so
spectacular.
cool. Well done, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming to Utah Business Spotlight.
Thank
We are
you.
always happy to have you.
Thank you.
I am excited. We got to get you on again.
Oh,
we
I would love to be here.
You know
Yeah.
what I'd like to do?
Come back.
Here's what I'd like to do. And I'm telling you guys now, we're going to do a trivia, and you guys will get to leave it in the comments. We'll do a quick little trivia next
yeah, that
time
would be-
and turn it on, and then we'll flash to you doing trivia at a different events. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you always come up when you're a marketer and
Yeah.
you're a DJ and you share. There's always ideas flowing through your head. You
All the
can't
time.
stop all the time. And I'm really grateful that you're here with us. I'm really grateful that we're becoming really good friends. And I want everybody to really take a look at, if you want a great DJ who's going to really take your party or your event or your wedding to the next level, Jonathan Marriott is the person to secure. He is so professional. His equipment's top notch. He has more records than most people will ever understand songs. When you have 10, 20, 30,000 records, that tells you the level of scrutiny that goes into choosing each song, because you only get to play about 80, 90 songs a night. So that when you have thousands and thousands and thousands of records, you're curating music. He's a nonstop curator for you. And he's going to find the right song to create the right moment. He's going to ask the right questions to learn more about you. And he's going to put together something that's extraordinary for your event. It's going to make it fun, memorable. It's going to make it different. You want to find Jonathan Marriott. Thank you for being on
Thank
the
you.
Utah Business Spotlight today.
I really appreciate it. It was nice to meet you.
Like and subscribe, guys.